Good evening, you're watching Just the News. I'm Amata Balachandra. We start off today's bulletin with COVID numbers because numbers are going up every day. India has reported 7,240 new COVID cases as of Thursday, nearly 40% higher than a day before. Now, maximum cases have come in from Kerala and Maharashtra, and Maharashtra has reported the latest numbers as of Thursday. 2,813 new COVID cases have been reported from the state, out of which 1,702 are coming in from Mumbai alone. Now, this is the highest jump in the number of daily cases since the 2nd of March. Moving on to an update on the Profit Row. Now, according to the Indian Express, Delhi police have booked several people, including former BJP spokesperson Nupur Sharma and journalist Sabha Naqvi, for social media posts that allegedly hurt religious sentiments. Now, the Delhi police have filed 2 FIRs in connection with the matter. The first case has been filed against 8 people, including Naqvi, the expelled head of Delhi BJP's media unit Naveen Kumar Jindal, Hindu Mahasabha leader Pooja Shakun Pandey, Rajasthan-based cleric Maulana Mufti Nadeem, among others. Now, the second case has been filed against Sharma and several other social media users as well. Now, Ms. Sharma, AIMIM's chief Asaduddin Owaisi, and the expelled head of the Delhi BJP's media unit, Naveen Kumar Jindal, have been named in both the FIRs. Now, the Delhi police has told Indian Express, and I quote, "We have lodged an FIR under several IPC sections against those who were spreading messages of hate, inciting various groups, and creating situations which are detrimental to the maintenance of public tranquility." End quote. In the meantime, the Election Commission of India has announced that the election for next President of India will be held on the 18th of July. The counting of votes, if needed, will take place on the 21st of July. Now, President Ramnath Kovind's term is ending on the 24th of July. Now, the President is elected by the members of the Electoral College, consisting of members of both houses of the Parliament and elected members of the legislative assemblies of all states, including the Union Territories of Delhi and Puducherry. Also in the news, a special court rejected bail applications filed by NCP leaders Nawab Malik and Anil Deshmukh, seeking permission to visit Vidhan Sabha on Friday to vote in the Rajya Sabha elections. Now, both the MLAs had sought for a few hours to vote in the elections to 6 seats from Maharashtra. Now, both are in custody in separate money laundering cases filed by the Enforcement Directorate. In the meantime, a Delhi court has extended the ED's custody of AAP Satyendar Jain till the 13th of June. He has been accused in a money laundering case and was arrested on the 30th of May. Now, the ED had earlier also raided Jain's residence in connection with the case. Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia is handling Satyendar Jain's portfolio now. In the meantime, the Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Arindam Bakshi has said that India is carefully monitoring developments along border areas, including construction of infrastructure by the Chinese side in the western sector. It's also added that the government takes all adequate, appropriate measures to safeguard territorial integrity and sovereignty. This comes after a top US general described the Chinese activity along the line of actual control in the Ladakh theatre as eye-opening and alarming. Trigger warning for people who are watching right now. The next news story involves rape. The Hyderabad police has said that they will push for the juveniles involved in the gang rape of a 17-year-old girl in the city of Hyderabad to be treated as adults in court. Now, 6 people, including 5 minors, have been arrested in the case. One of the minors is the son of an AIMIM MLA. Now, a juvenile cannot be sentenced to more than 3 years in jail. On the 28th of May, the minor girl was allegedly befriended by the accused people when she had gone to a pub in Jubilee Hills. They then gang raped her later. An update on what's going on in Meghalaya now. 4 people, including a child, have died in Meghalaya's Garo Hills early today after heavy rains triggered landslides. Now, 3 members of a family were buried alive in the Gambridge area of West Garo Hills. Two others from the family were taken to a hospital in critical condition. In another incident near the region of Southwest Garo Hills, a 2.5-year-old child died due to a landslide as well. The incidents happened in the aftermath of heavy rains that Garo Hills witnessed on the night of Wednesday. On to business news right now. The Indian rupee has hit a record low of 77.81 rupees against the US dollar today. It had recorded the previous all-time low of 77.79 on the 17th of May. Now, this comes amid high crude oil prices and several other factors as well. On to news coming in from across the globe now. WHO Director General has said that over 1,000 monkeypox cases have been reported from 29 countries where the disease is not endemic. He's also said that there was a particular concern about the risk that the virus poses to vulnerable groups. Now, monkeypox is transmitted from infected animals to humans. People infected with it also get a chickenpox-like rash on their hands and face. Now, its symptoms include fever, headache, muscle aches, chills and exhaustion. It has been reported mainly in Europe and especially in Britain, Spain and Portugal. On to sports news right now. The Sports Authority of India have terminated the contract of cycling national team chief coach R.K. Sharma days after a top Indian woman cyclist accused him of sexual harassment. Now, the SAI also said that prima facie the case is established and the allegations of the athlete are found to be true. Now, the cyclist had claimed that Sharma had behaved inappropriately with her on multiple instances during a training camp in Slovenia in May. Now, Sharma, who was originally scheduled to return on the 14th of June, was called back to New Delhi immediately. On Wednesday evening, the SAI served him his termination letter. In a separate statement, the Cycling Federation of India has identified the complainant and the coach and said it stands with the complainant and has formed a probe panel of its own as well. That brings us to the end of this bulletin. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.